What's up, potheads and political junkies?
Yo, yo.
You're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. I'm Jeremiah Vandermeer, editor of Cannabis Culture and Pod TV. Chilling with Johnny B. We're here on the couch today, in front of the big weed leaves. Just wanted to set this setup a little bit different today. Just feeling like we wanted to do something a little different for y'all out there. What's happening? Well, it's another Friday. Beautiful Vancouver.
It's beautiful background.
Vansterdam down here at 307 West Hastings at the Cannabis Culture Lounge. And we're smoking some crazy hash that Johnny's got here. I'm going to try and get my...
Do you want to smoke some hash? This is rosin, but I do have some crazy hash here. So this is actually some bubble hash, guys. Check that out.
Bubble hash.
That's
Ooh,
crazy
yeah, here,
hash.
Let's turn the hash cam on here.
That's some crazy hash.
Wait,
That's
let me get the cam going.
See-through hash.
Hash cam.
This is some fresh frozen bubble, dried, and then pressed out. So that's...
Very nice.
It's very tasty.
Microphone stand here.
And that's one thing that I've been more playing around with, of course, is just a little bit of heat, a little bit of fresh frozen bubble, nicely dried. This is the dry sift, of course.
Ah. Very nice,
And
Johnny.
then it wouldn't be the same if I didn't bring down some Congo.
The Congo, put it back, in front of the...
So nothing but full melt for
show
Full
that
Melt
off one more
Friday.
time.
You guys one more time.
Show us the goods,
Okay.
Johnny.
So we always talk about Full Melt Fridays, and we talk about the melty stuff, and there's my little sword.
Looks good.
Very tasty. And you know what's awesome? And I was like super stoked.
What?
Even though they took it back, but I mean, you can smoke anywhere in Ontario.
Oh, I keep doing that.
If you're medical, you can light
okay.
up a vaporize at the restaurant, in the movie theater, at the VMD when you're in the lineup.
Yep.
I mean, according to that whole thing, if I was in court, I could light up because I was having a muscle spasm.
Well, because of the muscle.
But I mean, but it was for medical because I have a medical condition and I use cannabis for my medicine and the court, well, not the court, just Ontario. The problem is they put up that law. Didn't you check that out?
Which one? The vapor lounges?
That anybody can medicate anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Anywhere.
That's great.
So even though they're going to start doing things
we're
about
gonna play
that,
some videos
what
related
they've
to
done,
that very issue because our friends at Vapor Central have been going nuts over the whole thing.
I think it's just
totally
awesome. So they
Yeah.
and the one thing is, well, the owner of the property can make that discretion. They said, well, the owner of the park has to be there, and they kind of made a little joke about that. I thought it was kind of funny, but what it's opening up,
the owner of the park
take a
has
look
to
at
be
what
there.
it is. It's opening up establishments that
that.
can open up as a 420 friendly establishment for patients, so they can have restaurants that are set up with D-nail bars and stuff like that for patients who want to go in there and eat and be able to medicate while they're eating and stuff like that. So I think that's just like a thumbs up. So I mean, that's a whole new industry.
We need that out
instantly,
here in Vancouver.
Already, you can actually open up an establishment that is. They need a mega ill, I should say, pizza in Ontario right away.
Now, there has been, I'm seeing here, CTV is reporting that they're reconsidering the day-old medical marijuana exemptions. They're under review already.
Well, yeah, they retracted that. But wait a second there. They opened up with, go ahead, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So at least they did that. Now they got to take some back, but they gave us everything for 24 hours. That's,
well,
on,
I'm just going to
part.
read this little. Here's a CTV. We'll watch this video as well. But just to quickly read, Ontario's Liberal government is considering backtracking on medical marijuana exemptions to e-cigarette rules that are so new they haven't even technically come into effect. The turnaround came just one day after the exemption for medical marijuana users to a vaporizing law came to light. The government quietly exempted them from this week, but it wasn't that quiet, from a law that bans the use of e-cigarettes anywhere regular cigarettes are prohibited. It means medical marijuana users can vaporize in restaurants, at work, or on playgrounds under the regulations that are set to come into effect January 1st. Associate Health Minister Dipka Damira said, based on feedback such as media reports and online comments, the government will take another look at the exemption. So it made a big fuss. And so now they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I bet
like I said, it was kind of cool. Just
you got
for
the
that
business
little
community
moment.
up in arms. You probably got the liberals up, like the liberal types up in arms, the left-wing progressives who don't like smoking. You know, that's a big thing that we have to deal with now is that we have these nanny state progressives that want to stop people from smoking tobacco and be all up in your face and your business, and they want to stop you from smoking pot because it's dangerous for you. You're not allowed to decide for yourself. You have to have somebody like them to tell you that it's dangerous for you, and they have to decide for you. So, yeah.
Bong rip.
Bong, yeah, do it. Wow, that's quite the rip there. Let's see here. Johnny Rip. Bam. Woo. Nice.
Well, you know what? It's just great to see that.
What was that?
That the that was Congolese dry sift.
That was the Congo.
Pressed
And
down.
you took the dry sift, but you mashed it into the flat.
Well, I flattened it out so we can dab it nicely and stuff, which is easier to actually handle. It's melting no matter which way you do it, but this way in particular, it's easy to put a little dab, a little bit of dry sift in the middle of a thing, press it together with your fingers. You've seen it. We've done it on shows, and then I get the hair iron out, and I heat it up, and I unplug it, and I let it cool down, and I slowly pull it like a toffee, and I make this
beautiful
awesome
stuff.
goodness, just like that.
Put it in front of the can.
Here's the best one here. We'll Snoop Dogg it.
Snoop Dogg it. So you're trying to show how transparent it is. It's so clean and clear. Wow. You can see right through the shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's really nice.
So I got to hit you with a
Beautiful.
dab. But I mean,
That's cool.
we were just talking about hash. Or actually, we were talking about Canada and its laws and how we're seeing change.
Yeah.
We're going to start seeing change, and I think that's the best way of seeing what we're seeing right now is we're already starting to see provinces make some decisions on behalf of what's going on. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, I'm really
They're
looking
clarifying
forward.
more in the article here.
Yeah.
She said, but I think it's really important for governments to be responsive, and we've heard feedback over the last 24 hours, and we're committed to taking a look at that feedback. So this is about the whole Ontario vapor lounge deal, or just vaporizing in any place that you want. She said Wednesday that employers or restaurant owners could still ban medical marijuana users from vaporizing on the premises.
You know, see, what it comes down to is one thing. I stated this, and when they were going to shut down the vapor lounges here in Vancouver, as a medical patient, I can use my medicine in any public property. Mm-hmm. That means parks, school grounds, on the sidewalk, anywhere. It has everything to do with private property. So I couldn't go on to a mall premises and use and smoke on their property because they owned it. But I could walk out onto the parking lot, outside of the parking lot, and if there was a playground there legally, because it is a public place, I wouldn't do it. I'm not that person. I would use discretion, and I would, if that was always there, I'd go around the corner. You know, I wouldn't care.
What's wrong with smoking in a park? Well, I don't think there's anything wrong. It's not like that's a bad thing.
I meant
as
like
long as
a playground.
Playground.
I should say. Okay,
well, if it's the
parks
kids,
are different. You know
if you're
what?
hanging out on the slide with the kids. I mean, you probably aren't going to be hanging there anyways, Johnny. I hope. You don't have any kids,
of course
do you?
not.
So,
not that I know of.
Right. So
that's the knock on wood stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. So today on the show, we haven't even really said what the show's going to be about today yet. I have an interview that I did earlier today that I recorded. I'm going to play for you guys with Ian Cooper, who's the organizer of the Mid-Island Cannabis Open, which is happening this November 28th, Saturday. That's tomorrow in Nanaimo.
I'm supposed to be there. I know what? I got. They asked if I wanted to.
You're not going, Johnny? Are you
I had
going
a
to go?
flood. I've just been.
I know. I was supposed to go too, but I'm not going either.
I know. It's just the way things happen.
I know.
It's just the
I couldn't
coordination
do it.
and way
Schedule.
life works, and Christmas around the corner, and my birthday last week, and you know.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday, Johnny! I forgot that it was your birthday last week. Happy birthday,
you know what?
Johnny!
It was
Happy
fun.
birthday!
I smoked hash all day, and then I did some of this Medi Clear drops. You tried that?
Oh yeah!
How did those feeling?
I like that.
You like that?
I had just a small one, so I think I need to jack up on it. It's pretty good. I don't know. I'm not really honestly.
It just weighs because I was getting ready to
I'm not sure how high I got
go for
from
surgery, and I was looking at different ways of oral preparations for when I'm in the hospital and stuff like that, from suppositories to these drops and everything else that I get involved with.
Well, I'm not in any pain right now, so that's a good sign.
No, we got to dab you up, don't we? We're getting close to that 420. I'm going to pull out, of course, a Congolese joint.
Oh yeah. I have a joint in my coat pocket too, actually.
Where's your jacket?
I don't know. Oh, it's up in my office. Never mind.
We got you covered
that's
here.
the last flowers I got. Yeah, I think Johnny's got it covered over here. So on the show today, we're going to be interviewing Ian Cooper, He's one of the organizers. Also, in the same interview, I was lucky enough to talk to Amanda Orum again, activist Amanda Orum from Nanaimo, who's been working with the dispensaries there to respond to what's happening with the RCMP, who went door to door to 10 of their dispensaries, handing out these letters over there that are telling them they have to close their doors. They had to close by Friday last week or Thursday last week.
And they're still open.
They're still open. Nobody did anything about it.
I thought one closed.
Well, maybe one of them did, but
I thought from what
generally
I
the rest of them didn't.
I thought one didn't shut down and said they were and they abided by it, but the rest of them did. Said, well,
I think they're standing firm, standing strong, and I had a great conversation with them today. We'll play that for you later.
We had the same here in Vancouver.
The cup sounds really cool, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really wish I could go there. I'm from Nanaimo, born and raised, love that place, Harewood, but I wasn't able to make it back for this weekend, which I'm kicking myself over, but Christmas. I'll be back for Christmas, and I want to check out these 10 dispensaries. Well, there's more than 10, but I want to check out the Vapor Lounge as well. That's at the Globe, the old stripper bar in Nanaimo, the Globe. It's been converted into a Vapor Lounge, so that's pretty cool. And also on the show, we're going to play some of the videos from what's happening there in Ontario. Maybe I'll start loading those up right now, because this is a big story. And now the fact that they're saying that they're going to retract things, that's kind of a little strange, if you ask me. Getting cold feet after just one day already?
Well,
imagine the public backlash when marijuana starts becoming more destigmatized and regularized. People are going to be bitching and complaining, all these business owners.
It's going to be legal, so
types.
what are they going to do? Got to make sure you put the cap on that.
So tell us about a carb cap, Johnny. What does that do?
Really?
How does it work? Why does it burn better when you have the carb cap on?
Well, you're restricting oxygen, and so that's allowing it to bubble up more and more vaporize from what I would just by looking at and the way I do things. So every time I put a little carb on it, even when I used to pack my pipe when I was like 15 years old, I'd pack it nice and tight so I can light it, and then I'd give it air
you
so
restrict
it can keep
the air
burning.
so that it burns
So
inside.
it burns more, and then you get that more. So restricting the air is allowing it to actually burn slower, and then of course that's allowing those molecules to vaporize, and that's why we like it. So
See, I have
no idea. It could be
why
wrong.
exactly
I'm just kind of winging it.
I'm not,
Is there any experts in
fluid
chat that
mechanics
can maybe
scientists.
say maybe something? So you know what?
Chatters,
Everything that I've done
Green
when
Supreme
it comes
says, yeah, tell us. I'm not sure if that was in reference to this, but that could have been for anything. So, I'm going to start bringing up some of these videos, but I'm looking over here at a picture of you, Johnny, in your basement with a big 420 written on the ground.
Yeah, it was fun.
What did you write that image in? I wish I had that in front of me. I'll get all this stuff up here.
Of course, as a few people know, I had a flood in my basement, and I'm redoing my basement. There's an epoxy flooring, and had some. No one's going to do the floor, but it was peeling up, so we had to go rent some grinders and stuff like that with my awesome neighbor, Mike. And we talked about grinding 420 into the concrete before we. I mean, it'd be cool because you never get to do that, right? I got 420 on the wall on the clock, and I ground 420 into the concrete and did that for 420 yesterday. It was just fun,
Yeah.
Got to do that stuff once in a while.
And so will that, you're just going to
I've now sanded over it. It's all gone.
It's gone already, but.
It's always 420 in my basement.
So, also on the show, at some point, I think we're going to have somebody on to talk about the fundraiser that's happening, the One Love
There's a
fundraiser.
fundraiser happening, of course, for the coalition. So that's we're definitely going to have some people more talk about that because I know what's happening.
I think
it's happening here at the CCHP Lounge.
Yeah, the fundraiser's here. Yeah.
That's right, and that's happening.
It is just a few days away now. I think 3 days away.
3 days away?
I will get the date here. So as I said, we're going to have a guest on to give us all the details about that. But yeah, I don't have it in front of me. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to get the video up here first of all. YouTube, Vapor Central. So I want to show off some of these Vapor Central videos because this thing that's happening in Ontario is really cool for the people of Vapor Central, obviously, because this is an issue a little close to their heart. And for the media, this is the place that they go to for footage on where people are smoking. So Vapor Central has been alive with media cameras and all kinds of things for the past few days. And you can find some of the stuff on Pot TV. Unfortunately, we're being attacked right now again as we speak. Pot TV was under a huge server load this morning and was down again. And so, whoops. But we're just in the midst of moving off of the server that we're on right now, which is an older server, which is vulnerable, unfortunately, to certain things. But we won't be there anymore. That's the nerd alert. But, hey, Mr. Neil Magnuson's in the house. Hi, Neil. Oh, yeah, you're coming on the show. So Neil Magnuson will also join us on the show today to give us an update on our Pot TV studio, which is looking more slick every day that I look at it.
You have a travel cam.
We have this cam.
Travel.
Oh, the travel cam? No, we don't have a portable camera. Unfortunately, Neil, that would be very cool, but no, we don't. Yeah, but
The new studio, so it'll be a travel cam.
can you come in and do you want to just sit in right now and tell us about what's going on with the studio and what you've been up to? Johnny, just for a second or two, brother. Oh, yeah, we have lots of middle.
Lots of room.
Come in between, Neil. Cuddle up.
Our friends, we got
Cuddle
lots
up.
of room here. How you doing, John?
I'm getting videos ready here.
Good to see you.
Man,
I'm just,
you've been renovating too, I heard.
Yeah, that's right. We were just
Renovating?
talking about renovating.
Rectivating?
Rectivating. That doesn't sound
we
so good.
build things.
Building shit.
The word rectivating, I'm not sure what that means, but...
No,
Renovating
yeah, we're
while
definitely
wrecked.
taking care of stuff.
So, Mr. Magnuson, you have been doing some work for us. Now, we knew that you were a very talented marijuana activist, but who knew that you were a construction guy who's able to basically do anything you want, install walls, windows, flooring,
That was
whatever
my
you
other
want.
life.
Mr. Magnuson
I
can
gave
do
it
it
all
for
up
you.
for activism.
Well, you didn't have to give it all up because now you're doing
No,
it again.
that's true. And it actually started that way with the herb school too, because what was needed there was a renovator, and I was that guy. So, and I had all the materials too. It was my previous life. I worked for insurance companies for over a decade, and then moved into heritage restoration. I
Wow.
did Christchurch Cathedral, BC's largest and most prestigious heritage building. I was in charge of all the old millwork that we did about 11 years ago there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've done a lot of different things construction-wise in my life, and then gave it all up to go public speaking across Canada.
Yeah,
Wasn't really my plan, but it sort of happened to me.
that's what happened.
That's what happened, yeah. I remember, on that note, just a little aside, after helping David at the herb school there, and being told that I had to run for the party, not long after having decided as a human being that I never wanted to run in politics,
Yeah.
and being told that, yes, you have to run for the party. So there I was, at
your
the launch of the
overlord.
party.
That was who? DML?
Well, no, that was,
I thought
basically the
that's what you
people in
said,
this community. There was a whole
Oh.
bunch of them that told me, once they got to know me, that, I have a bit of the gift of the gab, and I can summarize things clearly. So, doing what we were doing at the herb school and all I was learning, and so excited about what I was learning, it was like, yeah, you have to run for the party. That was back in 2005.
You should summarize for us clearly what you're doing in the other room with our studio.
Okay. We're building a
My
state-of-the-art studio for Pot TV, coming of age here.
State of the art.
It's going to have a fantastic control room. It's going to have all types of proper connections for the big screen TVs that are going to make up the studio portion. It's going to have windows with glass in them. It's going to have a huge...
1 minute warning.
Windows with glass.
doors
1
with
minute
windows.
warning.
Got a little ahead of myself there.
I'd like a wooden window.
We have
no
doors
glass.
with windows in them going in. We have a huge window going into the lounge area so they can see what we're doing in there.
It's going to be beautiful. And this guy's been really doing an amazing job. It looks
We put
really
floors
nice.
down. The floors are nice.
The floors are beautiful. The
Yeah.
windows that you installed in the control room.
Yeah.
So the control room is just a big piece of glass looking into the studio now. And we've secured another large piece of glass that's going to be looking from the vapor lounge into the studio.
Yeah.
So just in the room next to us here, people will be able to sit around in the vapor lounge looking right at what's going on in the studio.
Exactly.
And we'll be able to flick a switch, turn the speakers on, and have it piped through to all the televisions and everything as
That'll be
well.
very
So
cool.
it's going to be,
Crop
I'm
King
excited
Seeds,
about it.
big props to them for helping out with
Big,
it.
huge props to Crop King. They really made it all possible.
For sure
Without
they
them,
did.
it would be totally impossible.
They do so many good things.
Yeah, man.
There's a fundraiser
Kyle
that they're
is
helping
such
out
a
with.
That's a
on
happy
Monday.
420.
Hey,
Happy
there we
4th.
go. What do we got?
Wait, it's a little early on my... Oh, you're right.
Can I light this?
I'm right on the ball.
Yeah,
Neil's
just
lighting
this
the Congo
computer's
joint.
behind the
Let her-
times.
Okay.
Happy 420 from Vansterdam.
Yeah, man. Happy 420. 420s are so much nicer now that we have a friendly federal government.
Yeah, well, They still haven't. Hey, man, the cops are still threatening dispensaries and stuff.
Hey, you know what? I got hassled by RCMP yesterday.
What?
I was at a storage locker out in Surrey, and I know the young
You were
man
in
that works
Surrey.
in the office is a proud member of Smart Approaches to Marijuana, those bunch of dummies.
Oh.
And I had a long chat with him a month ago and told him why they were full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back in there here now a month later to check some things and pay the bill. I didn't much talk to him, but they screwed me over. They said if I was there yesterday, there'd be no late fees, and then I got there yesterday and there was late fees, and they said they couldn't waive them. And he pointed out, call customer service, they might help you. So that was nice of him. But about 15, 20 minutes later, I was at the storage locker in the middle of nowhere, just a bunch of different storage buildings. And I had a few puffs in my van while I was waiting for confirmation of the pictures I had taken,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two RCMP pulling up, one on either side of my van. They get out, they call me by name. And,
They call you by name?
Call my name. I said, are you
What?
Neil Magnuson? I said, yes, I am. They said, we had a report that there was a strong smell of marijuana going on around your vehicle. Any idea why that would be? I said, well, of course, because I'm a licensed federal exemptee in the program there, and you can expect to smell marijuana around me. He said, well, are you licensed to drive under the influence? I said, I'm licensed to drive, and I wouldn't drive impaired under any circumstances. I'm a veteran user of cannabis, and I would never drive impaired. And then the next question was,
that's a weird question. Are you licensed to drive under it? Well, no, nobody in the country is in any way. So a police officer saying that is being facetious.
Yes, he was. They were being a little bit,
what they do.
light about it. And then he said to me, what type of a relationship do you have with the Vancouver police? And I said, very interesting question. I had a very good relationship with them for years up until, and then it rolled off of his tongue at the same time as mine. We both said Cannabis Day in unison.
Wow, they're
said-
really on your ass. What is you? Are you being
I said, so
surveilled?
you know
is it
about-
because the guy ratted?
I said, you know about Cannabis Day? And he said, yes, I do. I said, you've seen that? He nods his head and humiliatedly. And
Oh, really?
And he said, now, you breached your conditions the other day, and the VPD are considering whether to put a warrant out for you on that issue. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, you were at the art gallery on the 14th of November. And I was there because there was the Protest 2.0 Cannabis Day protest about what happened there. And I was there. I opened the event with Cannabis, and then I had to go to Langley. And I spent about 15 to the 20 minutes that I was there talking to the VPD that were there about all things prohibition. Nothing to do with me, although we did talk about
But you were talking
Cannabis
about the
Day.
VPD where
And you
wanted
broke
to-
some sort of...
The RCMP says that I have conditions on me to stay away from the art gallery.
You
And I
do?
said, they told me I had to stay away from the art gallery that day when I was arrested. That's all. After that, no. And he said, well, that's what's on the books apparently. And I said, well, that's not what I knew about it. So he said, but they're not going to arrest you anyway or charge you anyway. And he asked to see my
Wow.
driver's license to
Wow.
verify that it was me, but didn't ask to see my federal license to possess cannabis. Didn't search my vehicle, which was sitting right there with a pot leaf
They
sticker
knew
on it.
you had a pot in there. They know you have a license. They know who you are.
Yeah.
They
So that
were
was
just-
cool.
They just wanted to come over and
And then we chatted about prohibition and the new federal government and all. I mean, I touched all their heartstrings and put stuff in their brain they'll have to think about for a long time again, like I always do. It was a wonderful experience with these cops. They said, well, thank you, Mr. Magnuson. You have a nice day. And they drove away. And I said, I hope I didn't keep you guys from something important. So
Well,
it's a brave new world out
Wow,
there.
they're following your ass around.
I think the guy from Sam called the cops
no, the
on
guy
me.
did. The
But
guy
that's a
from Sam.
coordinated effort. If this guy, the cops
they
who
were there
showed
fast.
up, the cops who showed up obviously know your history.
The one
What, are
cop
they
knew for
waiting
sure
on the
about Cannabis
special?
Day. And
He's got a green glowing phone that rings, and
within
it's the
about
guys
20
from
minutes
Sam, and they're
of me
like,
getting there, they were there. So I thought that was pretty strange. You're right. I mean, it was kind of a coordinated, weird thing. That
well,
they
he
would
knew
be
all
there.
this shit about you.
We have a live marijuana user. We can
Not
smell
only-
marijuana. We got to get some officers out there right away, right?
Not only did they know it was you,
Code 3.
they knew it was you. They put your name together with it, but they also put together the fact that he knew a
had
history,
talked to
your
VPD.
police history.
They had talked to
the
the
hell is
VPD,
that?
obviously, just in not long
So,
before.
so maybe they were thinking you were going to your storage locker to get something, and so they wanted to be there.
but
and
they
see
never
what-
looked in the storage locker.
Can
They
you
wanted,
do-
they're trained to see reaction.
Yeah, it could be. That's true. My
Can't we-
reaction was totally cool and calm.
Yeah,
and
like
Can you
you-
do
like
a
you're just
freedom of
like-
information request into what they're talking about or what they're saying to each other about you? Like,
don't
why are
know.
the cops talking about you? That's weird.
Tippy!
Seems
I was just
strange
talking
to
about
me.
Tippy. Here comes Tippy.
I don't know. It just
I don't know,
seems
but
a
it
little odd.
was a strange but kind of cool encounter.
I wish I knew more about
Really didn't bother
exactly
me
what
much.
they were allowed to
They told
do.
me some interesting things, and I got to tell them all about Cannabis Day and all about, the evils of prohibition and what a beautiful world it's going to be for them if they don't have to bust people for weed.
Well,
They save money.
So in the lounge there, I don't know what else to report, but we're still a little ways away from having it completed. There's still electrical to be done, which should be done in the next few days. I think by early next week that'll be done.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what our actual time frame is, but realistically, a couple of weeks from now, we'll be pretty much ready to start occupying and broadcasting from, I would think.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping before Christmas gets here, we'll have it set up and ready to go. Now, the electrical and control room stuff is going to take a little while. We're not quite there yet with that. We haven't even started building or had put the desk together for in there. But
you could do what you're doing here in there. You know, when we're not quite ready yet, even.
For
sure.
You know, yeah, definitely.
We can move a couch in and start broadcasting.
We're setting up next week.
New studios.
We can do it like next Friday.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Because
we'll see where we're at with construction next Friday. We got the big window going in.
We said we want to do the show something different every week now.
Oh yeah.
Today was the couch look.
Yeah, we did the big pot leaves in the background.
Yeah,
I love this drapery.
The legalization.
It's a beautiful drapery.
And the more talk what's going on, like even what Ontario did when they said you can basically
smoke anywhere now.
Well, they kind of retract on that pretty quick, but
did they?
Well, they're kind of reviewing it. They're going to probably say, okay, you can't do it in playgrounds.
Yeah, there'll
be some restrictions.
Well, it's kind of
they'll say if you're in too tight close to people, there can be secondhand high, and some people don't want to be high. I don't know what's wrong with those people. Apparently there are such people.
What we're going to have is going to have 420 friendly restaurants that we're more openly to it and that they can cater to more patients and stuff like that. So
we have another magazine in the house.
We don't want to cater just to patients, though, John. We want to cater to the average Joe who gets to smoke legally, recreationally, and he needs a place to go just because,
as it stands right now, they've stated that if you're in need of your medication, we're not going to restrict you from being able to access that, like your insulin.
So it's medical rights only is what they're talking about.
Well, that's what they're working on, and that's for someone as a patient. So I'm very happy for that. You're a patient too.
Yeah, but they're not going to start carding people. It doesn't really matter.
But the whole thing is,
they should not do that.
No, they're not. There's no way to do that.
And it's wrong to do that. If those officers yesterday had asked me, why do you have a license? I would have said what I always say to them: you have no right to ask me that. But I'm going to tell you because I feel like I will. But you should not be asking people that, right?
We're going to go ahead and play this video. This is CTV about the whole legalization of being able to smoke in Ontario. Now, this looks like it was recorded with a home video camera pointed at the television, so it's not the most perfect video in the world, but check this out, and then we'll talk more.
In Toronto. CTV's John Musselman is at one spot at Queen and Spadina, John.
Hi, Ken. Yes, we're inside Cloud 9, and this gentleman sells water pipes and vaporizers, and no surprise, he's a big supporter of legalizing marijuana, but as we found out today, this is a very complex issue, and there's no easy answers. It looks like a regular bar or coffee shop, but it sure doesn't smell like one. This is Vapor Central on Yonge Street, a place where people come to smoke marijuana. It's all legal. Medicinal users only. They bring their own stuff, pay a fee to sit inside, and puff away. Staff here don't ask too many questions.
We're open to the public, and we just make sure everybody has their own marijuana. So as far as we know, they're purchasing it legally from medical marijuana dispensaries that are already open in Toronto. And so we just provide a safe space to smoke it.
And this is what the future of legalized marijuana might look like if and when the federal Liberals move ahead with a campaign pledge to legalize pot.
I'd say we're the most experienced. This is our life. This is what we are fighting for. This is what we want. We would know what the right procedures to take in order for it to be safe.
The federal government hasn't laid out a plan yet, but customers say it's working in the state of Colorado and it can work here too. Vendors make money and the government gets the tax revenue on the sales.
So Trudeau really has to step up, make sure it's a good plan for privatized business to make sure this business gets off the ground. It's $1 billion industry in Canada estimated, and that's a great opportunity to open up new revenue streams.
These models are working. People are making money. The businesses are functioning. Colorado tax money. They had to return some to the people.
And it could be hundreds of millions in potential revenue, especially for a city like Toronto desperate for cash to fund transit and housing.
I think it's complex. I think, the issues of sort of exactly how the law, the regulatory regime will work, how the money will be shared. Different provinces may have different ideas on how they want to do this, different cities. So I think it'll take quite a long time to work it out. So I think people shouldn't hold their breath.
And what the government would have to work out is who could sell it, where it would be sold, and how old you would have to be able to buy it. And as you heard the mayor just say there, it could be a while till that's all figured out. Reporting live from Queen Anne's, Spadina, I'm John Musselman. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, John. Kathleen.
Back to you, John.
Safe inhalation spaces, eh?
Safe inhalation spaces, yeah. That's how Vancouver will have to do it. That's how they'll get warm to the idea. Gregor and the progressives will only warm up to it if it has some like harm reduction value, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
But see, they're at the point we're at now here in the city of Vancouver. They're treating vaporization and everything, any kind of smoking of marijuana, just like tobacco. They added it to that damn bylaw that they have.
And they just exempted it in Toronto.
Yeah.
In Toronto, what they did was exempt it from their smoking bylaw.
Yeah.
Well,
so that can be just as easily done here, and I think that they will.
Okay, ready? And it should be done.
It should be done. And good
Like
on Mark
ASAP.
Emery for defying these stupid bylaws as well, right?
Right here
like
in our
you
vapor
can come
lounge.
to the vapor lounges, and you can buy
Sorry about the
dabs
disco
here, and you
music
can buy
there.
pipe loads here, and you can obviously smoke what you want here. So,
Yeah.
you know, as always, you know, we'll never stop defying stupid regulations that oppress our community.
No.
Never.
Well, there's other videos here. We should probably watch another one of these. Let's see here. We'll make sure it's cool enough.
So there's a
Do you wanna
fundraiser
watch
here
the-
on Monday, right? I want to plug that while I'm here. There's a fundraiser for Jen
There's
Bennet.
some from CP24.
There's a good one that I put on.
So Monday at 7 o'clock, there's a fundraiser for Jen Bennet. She's being
Yes.
oppressed by the
Yes.
WCB, or WorkSafe BC.
What?
And, you know, they're discriminating against her because of her cannabis use and her activism. And so right here, 7 o'clock, Monday night, come on down, help out. It's a really good cause.
That's what I do. I fight WorkSafe BC.
I know.
And,
You're gonna be here, right, John?
and they actually, this is the best part about it. My Back to Work program is a legal cannabis educator / advocate. That's what they fund me for, to actually be
Nice.
involved in the industry, and I fought for that.
You're aware of Jen's case, are you?
Huh?
Are you aware of Jen's case?
I've talked to her, and she's followed me, and I didn't know exactly what it was about.
Yeah, maybe
that
you
for
can
some
help her
reason, but-
somewhat with what's going on with her.
Oh yeah, well, there isn't too much help. All you do is you fight it.
Yeah.
It's called appeal, deny, appeal, fight. That's why you guys get to know me so well.
Aaron Goodwin is on. Oh wait, we were still talking about the fundraiser. That's happening here in the building.
That's here, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so
That's Monday night at 7 o'clock.
Monday. So yeah, 3 days from now. I
Jen's a
guess.
trooper. She's been working so hard for the coalition, you know,
Oh,
helping to raise funds,
100%.
and
She's
now she needs
dedicated.
help. So.
Yeah, that's.
And it's for a cause too. It's not just that Jen needs help. It's that this is discrimination for the use of cannabis. This has far-reaching implications as to who this might affect.
I have WorkSafe BC,
What time
Supreme
does it
Court of
start?
BC.
7.
Just so we know, I got WorkSafe BC and Supreme Court of BC to have cannabis covered for seriously injured workers, and I filed March 20th of 2014, so 2 years ago. 5 years until I start getting. I'm asking for. Getting into the whole thing, you know what? It's another whole thing that people don't know about. I'm in the middle of asking for reconsideration through their higher courts at WCB, at WCAT, to have it covered. And with the new legalization system going in the forward and stuff like that, I think I've held on to wait for these questions and
See
be able
what
to bring it
happens.
in because of the whole change over the last few years. So
It's Carly
it'll
Marley
be very
in the
interesting
house.
to see how the systems that, like Jen and what we're fighting for right now, and how that's actually going to pan out with the new changing of our governments and the laws.
I
But
see that.
understand they're legalizing for recreational. This is a medicine that I'm fighting for, and a medicine that helps
Right.
me every day. So it's another fight that we're looking at. So
Well, the
Definitely.
legalization for recreational purposes can only help those people that are using it as medicine get more credibility.
Well, that was the best thing what I heard about Ontario. Is they're saying that for patients, it's like instantly you can use your medication
Yeah.
anywhere.
Well, Neil, thank you for the info.
You're welcome. I
And
got to
thank
get back
you-
to work.
Yeah. Yes.
Or
Exactly.
it'll never get
Crack
done.
that whip. Get that studio finished. Mr. Neil Magnuson, activist / builder extraordinaire.
Thanks everybody who voted. That was awesome. We did it, and we'll keep working until we get it right. And I think he might. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Neil Magnuson. And now I have this video. This is Aaron Goodwin on CP24. We're going to have to watch this. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Ontario says the video. Oh, Carly's over here pointing and stuff. You should come over here and sit down. Yeah. Come say hi,
She's
Carly,
got them
Marley,
behind
before
her.
we play the video, and then you can get high with us. Watch your scarf there.
Oh.
You don't want to
Hi.
wrap anything. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Aw.
I brought a little something to show.
Yes.
A little early Christmas present.
What? Early Christmas present. What? Oh, you got me one. You know I love these ones. What? That's so cute.
It's got a little
and now is this an iceberg piece?
It is an iceberg piece.
And I love these hilarious. Oh, you know I love birds and ducks especially. Wow, and I used to have a small one.
Special moment.
And you were eyeing that one for a while.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, wow. And it's got a very, it's a nice little rig.
I got the bowl too, but yeah, you can
it's
do some dabs at it.
You can do dabbing on it. What? That's
dabbing duck.
Awesome. A dabbing duck. Dabbing duck. We're going to have to think of a name for him.
Tippy just came up behind us.
I thought maybe you could christen it on your show.
Oh, that's a great idea. What? That's so cute. Oh, Carly, thank you. You're so sweet.
Merry Christmas.
That's so
Way
nice
early,
of you.
That's okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, well, that's cute. Let's get the duck can down here.
We also had a Tippy walk by.
Oh, a Tippy walk by.
We had a Tippy walk
Where's
by.
Tippy's?
He walked right by as that whole thing happened. He did a Tippy walk by.
Look at the duck.
It's a sweet pipe.
That's cute. And you can see the mothership back here. Dun, 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 dun.
They look good together.
They do.
They look
beautiful.
Good
oh, I love it. Very cute. Oh, that's really nice of you, sweetheart. I don't have any present for you on the show.
That's okay.
Aw. Okay, well, let's get high. And this video is only 2 minutes long, but we got to watch Aaron Goodwin on CP24 in Toronto. This is a 24-hour news network. Okay, so what's that? Oh, no, that's just the monitor. Don't worry about that. It should be fine for everybody out there. Okay, watch this video.
It is going to take a hard look at its controversial plan allowing the smoking of medical marijuana in public places. Just a day after the new regulations were made public, the Associate Minister of Health says they are listening to the feedback and will decide if the policy is still the best way to move forward. Under the new regulations, medicinal users would be allowed to smoke or vaporize marijuana in any public space where smoking cigarettes, even hookah pipes, are banned. For more on this story, let's go live now to Tracy Tong, who is outside a cannabis vaporizing lounge near Yonge and College. Good evening, Tracy.
Hi, good evening, G. We're here at Vapor Central near Yonge and Bloor, where we're getting some reaction from the manager here, Aaron. So I want to ask you how you feel about, first of all, yesterday this exemption being passed that would take effect January 1st, but now them saying, hold on, let's take a look at exactly what this means for concerns over, say, health of secondhand smokers and stuff like that. How do you feel about the developments over the last couple of days?
Well, I guess I'm not surprised by the public's reaction. I guess people that are on the inside in the community had some inside information to this ahead of time, so I already got news that this was going to happen because the main concern is the e-cig laws that are coming to effect and how it would affect the medical community of cannabis and us as a vapor lounge.
Now, do you think that medical marijuana users should be exempt from the e-cigarette law?
Yes, I do. I think that medical cannabis is becoming more prevalent. I think it's becoming more accepted, especially with Justin Trudeau elected and our Prime Minister now. I think that we're now once again leading the way for the rest of the world in terms of cannabis, and we're the forefront here in Vapor Central in terms of our activism, so we're excited to see what's coming.
Now, important to note, too, that the decision would be left up to the establishment itself to allow vaping inside. Now, tell us a little bit about how this place works and also, how other business owners may want to react to that.
Well, my husband, Chris Goodwin, started this place, and we've been open for over 9 years. A lot of people come in and question us, how does this place exist? Some of our members even think that we're legally doing this, but this is civil disobedience, so we're openly breaking the law here. A lot of our members are medical users, so they would be exempt from those laws. But as adults, everyone is 18 years of age who comes in here, so they'd already be in possession of cannabis before they come in, and we're just providing a safe, comfortable place. And I think that we're a benefit to the neighborhood. We haven't had complaints, and we've been thriving. There's obviously a market for it, and there's more lounges opening all over the place.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll send it back to you for now.
All right. Tracy Tong reporting live. Thank you.
Okay, we're back. Zoolander 2 is coming out. Wow, you see that?
That's a pretty big deal.
Woo, woo, woo.
Zoolander 2, but Aaron did a great job there. I just wanted to say that was really great. And this is...
Tippy's coming back.
Oh, Tippy. Here, Tippy cam. Get the Tippy cam. Point that over there. Wow. It's a cat. Amazing. Just amazing. And a duck. Donald. You know, worms for the duck.
So I got some worms for the ducks here.
I always
That's what this is. A little worm for his duck.
Donald Duck is a crazy psycho.
And this
I think
is
ducks in general are psychopathic.
This is rosin.
Rosin?
Yeah,
Oh.
made Congo rosin.
And so it's got a glass bowl that you can just heat up. That's a very
That's
cool
a
bowl,
quartz
though.
bowl.
Yeah, it's crystal.
It's a quartz? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
be careful. When they roll off the table, they break.
That's nice,
Okay.
baby. Oh, that's
just so
nice
you
of
know, when they roll off the table, they break.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've gone through 2.
Okay, I won't throw it then.
2 of them.
I won't roll. I won't be rolling
Just
it.
letting you know. They're fragile.
Cool. So, yeah, videos. Here, let me play another one because these are great. There's a bunch. They've been doing... What's that? There's one on Johnny's page. What's the one on Johnny's page?
Okay, ready?
No, that's sound. It's disco time again. That's the Sarah Hanlon show. It's Big Brother Disco. They just love that awesome house music.
So it'll be interesting to see what other provinces are going to start doing across the country now, like even from like the Atlantic provinces that have the most strong liberal like riding that just like swept all the way through the Maritimes and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what those provinces are about ready to do with Ontario leading horse as it being the capital of Canada with Ottawa. And
Shit
like
is
that.
over. It's just going to start collapsing in every form. There's going to be dispensaries
It's really-
allowed.
it's-
We're going to have
it's just for-
vaporizing
it's-
and smoking allowed in places. There's going to be sales. We're going to have stores. You just watch. It's already happening. Once that Colorado-Washington thing happened, man, everything is going to go. So they just can't. They're seeing why. They're seeing the benefits already, and it's just a matter of time. I just feel it. We just have to make sure that it doesn't get put into the hands of, we don't get a Washington instead of a Colorado. I don't want a Washington.
She's like, those
And
are
Washington's not
huge.
terrible, but I mean, it's not as bad as like the LPs taking over or something. But I just don't believe that's going to happen. I don't think the LPs will be in charge of much by the end.
There'll
of it.
be a
Especially if
dual
home growing is
thing.
allowed.
It'll be. I already
right.
said the laws are there. See what happens.
Look, there's more video. This one's Sean Brady on CP24. Good friend Sean Brady, awesome activist, Vapor Central.
Did you get the one off of my page?
He's there constant all the time. A good homeboy of the family. Hold on here. Here, watch this one.
That one's for
Sean
you.
Brady, CP24.
Hard look at its controversial plan allowing the smoking of medical marijuana in public places. Just one day after the new regulations were made public, the Associate Minister of Health says they are listening to the feedback and they will decide if the policy is still the best way to move forward. Under the new regulations, medicinal users would be allowed to smoke or vaporize marijuana in any public place where smoking cigarettes, even hookah pipes, are banned.
About ensuring that people who need medical marijuana have access to it, but at the same time ensuring that we limit the risks to everybody else. It's really, as you said, it's about getting that balance right, and we've heard some feedback, but keeping that feedback in mind, but also wanting to get the balance right. We're going to take a look at the regulations to make sure that whatever we do is in the best interest of all Ontarians.
And Mayor John Tory, he welcomed the news that the government is taking a second look at the regulations.
To me, I mean, the reason I voted in favor of banning the hookah pipes was because smoking is smoking. And you can't have these kind of gray zones for people. I understand these are people who need the marijuana for medical purposes, but I think, like so many other things, we can find a way to have that happen in a sensible way that doesn't involve inconsistencies or disputes breaking out in restaurants or, frankly, something that represents possibly a harmful effect on people's health.
The exemptions take effect on January 1st unless the government can change the policy before then. Let's get more on this story now. Let's go live to CP24's Tracy Tong, who is at a cannabis vaporizing lounge that's near Yonge and College. So what are patrons and owners, managers of that establishment saying tonight, Tracy?
Well, Jackie, we're here at Vapor Central. This is at Yonge and Bloor, and it's a space where medical and recreational marijuana users can come and vaporize or smoke marijuana. Now, we're getting some reaction, and I'm here with Sean, who was a medical marijuana user. Tell us a little bit about your story and how you were prescribed marijuana at one point.
Well, I've had chronic pain conditions for years, since childhood. Tried to get access to the medical marijuana program and couldn't, actually, was denied. got cancer, though, 5 years ago, and was given access to the MMAR programs. So that was how I first actually got into it, really.
And tell me why you think it's important for this exemption to come through when it comes to e-cigarettes, and the exemption basically applying to medical marijuana users.
Well, I think it's hard enough quite often for medical marijuana users to gain access to the medical marijuana program, and there's a lot of stigma still attached to using it as a medicine. So I think it just helps to alleviate some of that and grant some assurity to the users.
Yeah, basically the point is these medical marijuana users should have access to their medicine easily.
It shouldn't be treated any differently than if someone has to take Tylenol. If someone's taking insulin, it's medicine. So as long as they're not adversely affecting anybody else around them, they should be able to take their medicine just like anybody else is able to take any other kind of medicine.
And I want to ask you very quickly, in public spaces, do you agree with the concern over secondhand smoke?
I think it's absolutely absurd. I think that anybody worried about secondhand marijuana smoke in a outdoor environment, I think there's far bigger concerns. I think they should look at the vehicles on the road and be concerned about those.
Okay, all right, thank you so much for that. So we'll send it back to you for now.
Okay, Tracy Tong, thanks so much.
Oh, Zoolander 2. We're gonna have to watch that trailer. Yeah, I kind of just want to let it play. I want to see it. The original Zoolander was really funny, but again, Sean Brady, awesome.
Okay, ready? All right,
awesome. Okay, we have more videos. Yeah, this is great. I wonder. Wow, look at that Big Brother set there. That looks pretty cool. Pretty amazing looking.
Would you like to have this huge dab?
Me? For me?
It's for you.
I do.
Looks quite nice. You got to try it in the duck.
Here you go. You're running out of time. Ready?
Aw, he's so cute.
Here we go.
No, you don't have time for a video. Just do it. It's all here. Here, we'll do it on the other camera. It was huge. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, baby.
I went too late.
Haha.
Lots to go. Cap this for a bit.
Uh-oh, there's our other one.
Slow and steady. Keep going.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, slow and steady. Now the flavor comes in.
She's hitting that thing hard.
Low 10th dab now. Burning off the end. It was a huge hoot.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, it's the 304 screen dry sift of the Congo. Some of that was from the stuff from the Canadian concentrate open, that type of sift that was left over from that. Rosined with the red bag from the bubble bag, little pressing screens that he's got.
Yeah.
And that was put together on a vise and squished at 100 and roughly 40 degrees for about 15 seconds, and out oozed.
Turns it into the goo.
The goo. And it makes it so nice and stable. The temperature really plays a key into finding what's going to work best for your type of material. So you'll slowly get it. Like, I'm not writing down times and temperatures. I'm just figuring it out. So
It's putting the other video in here. Now, I have this interview that I did earlier today with the folks in Nanaimo. We're going to play that coming up soon. But I think before we do that, we're going to play one more video here.
Okay.
With some of our friends.
Okay, I just realized that I was.
How about we christen your dab rig too?
Hold on. Yeah, I know. I want to definitely do that.
I'll go grab my dabs while we play this video.
Grab the dab.
Grab the dab.
Grab dab. Johnny's probably got some stuff here.
Yeah, I got some stuff
Johnny,
here.
can we try something in the duck?
Yeah.
What do we
give
got?
It,
what do
give
you
it christen?
I want to christen my friend. We need a name.
Disgruntled.
Robo-Duck. There is a Robo-Duck, actually, from DuckTales. Remember Robo-Duck?
With an oil? I thought you were supposed to do it with something that's not.
Or was that
too
Gizmo
expensive.
Duck?
Not too what?
Not expensive was what I was told.
Not expensive?
Yeah, you're supposed to use like the words that you got when you christen it. That's what you told me.
Oh, no, that's
Is
when
it
you're
for
christening
metal nails?
a metal nail. Yeah, I don't know how a quartz crystal, how a quartz. Yeah.
Is that
You just
Live
don't know.
res? Or is it just like the prettiest
Wow, what is that,
rosin
Johnny?
ever?
Can you show that off to the camera, please? You can't show something like that without showing these guys. That looks really nice. Here.
No, you can't. No.
Let's see that.
It's special stuff.
Secret.
Oh, Johnny.
Come
Johnny,
on.
Johnny.
Let's see that. Wow,
Oh.
it looks. It's like amber colored.
Mm.
Look at that.
So this is extracted on a molecular structure different way, and this is 18% CBN, 24% THC with a total cannabinoid profile of 42%. And it's pretty amazing. It's clean and tasty and different, and yeah, it's something different.
Yeah.
It's bubbly.
But you pull the. It's actually it's not bubbly, but
Let's dab it in the duck.
Duck dabs.
Duck dabs.
Duck dabs. Yeah, we can do duck dabs from now on.
Duck dabs.
Aw.
With your dab
Lil
ball.
Dabby.
Dabby
that-
duck.
Dabby Duck. That's pretty good. It's like Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Dabby Duck. Dabby. That's pretty good. I like that. Well, it's got a name now.
So it's
Hey,
just
look, it's
what's
Corey.
interesting with this is
Hi,
it's a type
Corey.
of extraction, and that's what's
How's it
going
going?
into the stuff that I'm using.
You made it in. I know. Great.
We were talking
You know
about
what?
the
we
event
already
that's
talked to
coming
Neil
up.
Magnuson about the whole thing. We weren't sure if you were going to make it or not. Oh, well, you've got other things to talk about too then. Okay, well, we'll get you on in a little bit here. We're just going to play some videos and stuff. Yeah, Neil was doing a great job of explaining the whole thing for folks. But so would I have another video here, and then we'll play my interview with our friendly Nanaimo folks. Oh, we got the disco again.
Look at this like array of goodness.
Oh.
Array.
Yum.
It's a good word for it. Oh, yeah, the duck.
Meh.
And then
Duck
Chris
it
Goodwin
up.
on CP24. Our good friend Chris from Vapor Central also.
Chair, of course, is getting the first dab.
Okay. I'll take that one.
We're doing the first dab on live.
Yeah. Oh,
Duck
yeah, we're doing the
dabs.
first duck dab live.
Yeah.
So when are we doing? We're doing the
Let's
duck
do
dab
it.
now.
We're doing it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're on.
Duck dabs.
We'll do the duck.
First duck dab. This is Jay's Christmas present from the special lady.
I love the dab tool in mouth. I feel like all dabbers do that.
Mm-mm-mm.
You get your dab ready and you just need to put it somewhere safe.
Ooh, it's hot.
I'm not a guy that Christmas rolls, so.
I'm playing with the camera. All right, let's do this.
Yay!
Aw, beauty.
Do you have it all here now?
Yeah, you can see us here. That's good enough.
Here, you should have.
Yeah, you do it.
This is a little hot. Now that is a bong rip, dude. Bong rip. And you know what the best thing about it is so nice and tasty. It is. It's nice and it's good stuff. I pretty much know by the look on his eyes that it got him ripped.
Oh my God.
How does it hit?
Oh my.
Beautifully. Holy crap.
We
Thanks,
filled the
Dabby Duck.
room. We filled the room. Check out that bong rip. You filled the room.
That's awesome.
That's definitely
Not a first, but
there you go.
Oh my
A little bit of the
God.
pot TV. Everybody
That
in
thing
the audience.
killed me though. Wow. That's quite a cloud. But look at me though. I'm like done. Oh, down the duck mouth. Let's see that again. Oh man. Wow. I am high as fuck. Oh,
Did that work?
Jesus Christ.
Is that stuff amazing?
I am sweating so
I
hard.
like I told my My good neighbor, he's like, when he was cold, said it could make you sweat.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, with that in mind, let's watch Chris Goodwin on Vapor Central.
Let's watch Chris Goodwin on Vapor
On Vapor
Central.
Central YouTube, but on CP21, CP24, I can't even...
Let's
This
watch
stuff
a video.
works.
They're only on 21 hours a day. All right. Here we go.
Smoking of medical marijuana in public places. Just a day after the new regulations were made public, the Associate Minister of Health says they are listening to the feedback and will decide if the policy is still the, quote, best way forward. Under the new regulations, medicinal users would be allowed to smoke or vaporize marijuana in any public place where smoking cigarettes, even hookah pipes, are banned.
This is about ensuring that people who need medical marijuana have access to it, but at the same time ensuring that we limit the risks to everybody else. It's really, as you said, it's about getting that balance right. And we've heard some feedback. We're keeping that feedback in mind, but also wanting to get the balance right. We're going to take a look at the regulations to make sure that whatever we do is in the best interest of all Ontarians.
And Mayor John Tory, he welcomed the news that the government is taking a second look at the regulations.
To me, I mean, the reason I voted in favor of banning the hookah pipes was because smoking is smoking. And you can't have these kind of gray zones for people. I understand these are people who need the marijuana for medical purposes, but I think, like so many other things, we can find a way to have that happen in a sensible way that doesn't involve inconsistencies or disputes breaking out in restaurants or, frankly, something that represents possibly a harmful effect on people's health.
The exemptions take effect on January 1st unless the government can change the policy before then. And for more on this story, we're going to go live now to CP24's Tracy Tong, who is outside a cannabis vaporizing lounge near Yonge and College. Tracy, some people might be surprised to know that businesses like this even exist in this city.
Yeah, that's right, Jackie. We're actually inside that vapor lounge right now. It's called Vapor Central. This is at Yonge and Bloor, and we're actually here with manager Chris. And the question that the anchor just posed is probably one that is very common. People wonder how places like this even exist where people can come in and just smoke marijuana.
Well, it's partly because of the civil disobedience of the people that run it, the managers, the owners. We obviously provide a safe place for medical patients to consume their own supply, right, that they get from a dispensary or an LP. And I think the community has felt that even with the mild recreational amount of people that we would allow and that bring in their own cannabis, that the places like this that provide a safe, comfortable place are tolerated. They keep people off the streets, out of parks, out of alleys, and into a safe place like this. So.
Now, when we're talking about the e-cigarette law that would take effect January 1st and the exemption, do you think that this exemption should exist for medical marijuana users?
Yes, absolutely. Like, I think when they were proposing the legislation, we went to them with our concerns from the medical marijuana community that there wouldn't be an exemption for medical marijuana, and they listened. So they may have been a little haste in their bringing out the recommendation, which is why they're now reconsidering maybe having maybe a couple restrictions, like maybe not in child's playgrounds, for instance. But otherwise, medical marijuana users deserve to remove that stigma and shame from them using their medicine that gives them a greater quality of life.
Yeah. Now, I think the concern, too, for some may be that this exemption could be made for medical marijuana users, but some, like you had said, would be recreational users, and they would take, I guess, advantage of this. What do you think?
Well, that's we're headed for legalization soon enough. So most people think it's a moot point that we're on the road 6 months away from a Justin Trudeau federal legalization. So, but I get it that there's a place for medical marijuana, people that need a medical, safe, regulated supply, and maybe the recreational market will be a little bit more open and taxed in a different way. So, but at the same time, both can coexist, and I hope they do.
All right, thank you so much for that, Chris. We'll send it back to you for now.
Okay, Tracy, thanks so much for that.
Yo. Zoolander, too. Chris Goodwin. Awesome. That was really good. Chris Goodwin, manager, Vapor Central, Pot TV Toronto, works for Pot TV as well. Does a lot of good stuff for Pot TV. We love Chris Goodwin. What's that?
There's such a huge dab. We let it cool down too much. Now there's like a pool
and it's just like sad.
Oh, there's more in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to it.
Carly just did a
It
big
was
dab.
just-
It
yeah,
was
but
just
it was
so
just a little
gigantic. It
bit
wasn't hot enough, I guess.
For a dab that big.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta heat that
I
thing up.
overjudge. I'm used. Anyways.
What are you used to,
Hi.
Johnny? So I'm gonna open while you guys chatter. Oh, I can turn that off.
What are you doing?
Chatter? We're chattering now? Okay, we'll
Apparently
chatter.
we're chattering.
Chatter,
I
chatter.
have to
So
open
what we're
Chatter
gonna do
about
right
chatter.
now is we're gonna do
Chatter,
a super
chatter.
dab. We're gonna get a rosin dab with a little bit of that. We're gonna load this one up for you.
Yeah, for me?
Yeah, for
For
you.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. That works for me.
Look at this monstrosity of a dab.
I like it. Size does matter when it comes to dabs.
No, even check
Oh.
this out. I'm
Oh,
actually
shit.
able to
Yeah,
soak
that's
up.
Oh no 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 no.
You can get it, Johnny. You're the master of this shit. Oh, man.
Yeah, we are.
Weird faces in the camera.
That's funny. You guys were just
So-
doing
We were
dabs.
playing
I could
here,
have
we're
been
trying to
saying
get this-
something,
taking
but I'm
a
just really
selfie
high
now.
now.
We're going to. So.
I'm very baked now, and that was really good. So, John, what was that giant dab that you gave me?
That was some stuff that I got from Roji Concentrates, and was some stuff that we're looking at. We were discussing how we had some stuff that was CBN and high CBN, high THC, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool. I wanted to take a look at it because I'm always looking at something that has different cannabinoid profiles. So I see a lot of stuff that has just a lot of THC. So, of course, I went home and I tested it, and it came back at 18% CBN and 24% THC. And as you can feel that effect, it's pretty nice. It didn't make you cough or nothing. It's smooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Very well done. It's a different process. Like he's on like Horatio's doing and stuff like that with his LHO, and they're doing their extractions. This is just this is what's happening with cannabis. They're just scratching the surface, and we're able to start separating the molecules and taking a better look at it. And the way they're doing it is on a molecular structure, from what I'm seeing, and one machine is like it's 20,000 plus. These are some serious equipment they're looking at. So it's not like at home playing in the basement anymore. So yeah, just some cool stuff. I'm always looking at new and exciting things, and that's what it came up with. Actually, he's putting some of his product into the MCT oil that I talk about so much, and he came up with a drop called Medi Clear, and I've been using. That's what you tried, and I've done it. And I've been using it because I was going to be going for surgery, like I was talking about, and it's just I'm always looking at oral forms of THC and different cannabinoids and how it helps me. And this is another product that it's just. It's good flavor, good tasting. It doesn't taste like weed. You've tried it. I know it's available at certain clubs.
Is it a tincture?
It's a tincture. I think it's available at Eden at the local shops here in town, if I'm correct. I'm not it's just something that I've been trying, and it's I like it. Yeah, it's I don't know the whole ratios on it. I haven't had a chance to take a look at that stuff in particular. But I have looked at some of the stuff that he's using in order to put into these products. So,
Word.
and she's like, "Can I have my dab now?" Enough talking about it.
In case anyone was wondering, Johnny can read minds.
Yeah.
He can always read my mind when I want to dab. He knows every time.
Pretty much, I am psychic when it comes to
his dab
people
sense
knowing.
was tingling.
Everybody right now is like dab, 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 dab,
Dab,
dab.
dab, dab,
Right
dab,
over
dab,
here.
dab,
I
dab,
see
dab,
the
sense
eyes.
was tingling. So you're gonna hit that, and then we're gonna listen to this interview.
I'm gonna hit that.
Hit that shit.
I'm high already.
How's that going over there, Johnny?
Well, it's gonna probably light on fire a little bit because we did leave
I like
a
when
little
that
bit.
happens. Can we watch that happen?
No.
That's what happens.
No,
when there's a
I
lot
don't
of
like
stuff
that.
in it. What?
I need a Q-tip. You could probably actually get a dab
that's
from that.
true.
Look at it just boiling in there.
I know. I've so many times wished that you could just smoke it while it was burning, but it doesn't really work.
Whoa.
Wow. There's a lot in there.
I said that.
It was a gigantic. Hey, it
You know,
looks
stuff
nice,
happens only here on Vault TV.
I like it. That's a smoking duck.
That's
Maybe
a
you should
smoking
call it
duck. How many
Smokey.
people you ever
Didn't
see
know
a smoking
ducks
duck?
could smoke.
Smokey
Yeah,
the Duck.
Smokey the Duck.
Smoking the duck.
I like it. No, I like Dabby Duck.
Dabby Duck.
Yeah.
What's the chat saying they're laughing at us?
Yep.
But it does come with a flower bowl as well. So that's something. people
It's a great way to ruin your brick,
Oh,
breaking in your bowl.
what?
You know what? Get it all nice and
Carly,
ratty, all
that's
full of
so
fucking
nice.
carbon. And sorry, but you're gonna wreck this bowl.
Sorry, smash my head on yours.
That's super nice. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. See, if you want to make someone this happy over the holidays, shop at Cannabis Culture headquarters.
That's right. CannabisCultureHQ.com. Carly is the manager of the store. The online store.
Which
You can
right
also
now,
find our
Black
2
High Day is
locations.
on sale, which is really
Black High
awesome.
Day,
Black
yes.
High Day.
Of course, I can't believe I
In
forgot to
store-
ask you about
in store,
that.
there's deals as well if you spend over $100. Online, though, right now, if you spend over $50, you get a Cannabis Culture meditainer, coffee mugs, silicone dab container, rollies, lighter, and if you spend over $100, you get
That's
all of
awesome.
that and a Cannabis Culture ashtray.
Ashtray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet. And if you spend $100 in store, you get all the things that I just said. So that's pretty
So-
wicked. That's today, Saturday, Sunday. So
CannabisCultureHQ.com.
yeah, good time to do holiday shopping. When
Ready? Here
everything's
we
on
go.
sale.
Let's do this. Let's go.
Holiday shopping. Good stocking stuffers.
Okay, ready?
Lots of good stocking stuffers. She's hitting it here. Where's the...
Ooh-wee. It got a little hot.
Wow, hit that thing hard.
Oh, man.
Was that really? Sorry.
Oh.
Holy sh- I am ducking high.
Nice.
Look at the layer on that one.
Look at the cloud here.
Can we get like a,
Get the
that's
cloud
like,
cam.
It's definitely a
Oh, man.
Yeah.
nice
Woo.
job.
Thank you.
That was a monster. Good duck dab.
Did you feel that dab?
Oh, yeah. Still feeling it.
She's still feeling that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing is nice. Oh, yeah. It's like the never-ending dab.
The never-ending dab. The
There's like
never-ending
3
duck
things
dab.
on there.
Nice work. All right, so that
Sorry.
was a very good dab. And now
Thank you. Thank you.
Johnny's equipped with this
I like it.
amazingness.
I like the big dabs.
This is what I call medicating ingredients.
Yeah.
John, you're like an alchemist.
Hashtag.
Brewing up all these crazy
I know. It's
concoctions.
good. These are my medicating ingredients. This is what I use for medicating. These are all the different things I
True.
use. So
You have the best
I
medicine
mean,
around.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's
Cannabis
pretty
is the
damn
best medicine.
All right, well, let's listen to this interview with
Now that we're nice and medicated.
Ian Cooper and Amanda Orum about the Mid-Island Cannabis Open, which is it's like a strain competition. They'll tell you all the details in the interview. And I talked to Amanda Orum about what's happening in Nanaimo with the RCMP going after the dispensaries as well. So this is half like event talk about what's going on with the cup there, and half talk about what's happening in Nanaimo with the RCMP cracking down. So, all right, that looks cool, Johnny. Oh, he's getting a selfie.
I had 5 seconds on it.
There you go.
I don't know.
Wow, look at us.
I don't know.
Selfies.
So
Woo.
hot. Johnny got
didn't
me
you
so
play-
Here's
hot.
the interview. Have fun. Enjoy.
Friday.
Let's see if it works here.
Well, we call it Full Melt Fridays. Fridays.
Ian, how you doing?
When he calls it full mouth, he actually.
So, Ian, can you tell us about the event that's happening this weekend? And that's Saturday, November, what is it, the 28th?
The 28th at 4 p.m. we're going to be starting. We're going to be closing down our doors as a dispensary at 4 o'clock. Unless you have a ticket for being a judge or for being general admission.
It's in Nanaimo, BC, just so people know.
Yes, we're at the Nanaimo Cannabis Club, Nature Source Society.
Very cool. So can you tell us about the event itself? What's happening there?
Well, we're going to have 3 different categories to be judged under, which is going to be the medibles, which is edibles. It's cannabis, which will be flowers, which will be in subcategories of sativa, indica, or hybrid. Or the concentrates will be, which is any kind of concentrate, anything from ISO, Everclear washed, iso oil to shatter to ice hash, anything really that's a concentrate. I labeled it as for the contest.
Very cool. And so now this is in Nanaimo, British Columbia, which is on Vancouver Island. So usually we have these cups in big places like Vancouver and Toronto, things like that. Now Nanaimo's a smaller town. I was actually born and raised there. It's like about 100,000 people there?
Yep, me too. I was actually born and raised in this town. I have a lot of pride for this town, which is why we wanted to do this contest. There's a lot of growers, there's a lot of producers, there's a lot of people in the industry that are hid behind this veil of secrecy to kind of protect themselves from the RCMP or whatever municipalities may want to take us out of the picture. But this is a way for them to come out of the closet and be, I'm here. And the industry solidarity that comes with it, right?
Absolutely, man. Well, and I know that from being in Nanaimo. It's a big pot town. We are a huge pot town. We have 13 dispensaries in this town. And for the amount of people that we have in this town, that's bigger than Vancouver per amount of people. Yeah, it's massive.
There's a lot of cannabis users in this town. I mean, the whole industry on this town runs off it.
Yeah, it's definitely true. And, also, as you said about the growers, man, the place, especially in certain places in Nanaimo, is just packed with growers.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being a kid, and there was very few times when we didn't have weed.
Exactly, and great weed. Like, we're not talking the smag weed you used to find when you were a kid and then find the good stuff when you're an adult. I mean, we've always had solid, great cannabis here across Vancouver Island.
Absolutely. Now, I just wanted to get into what's happening in the city of Nanaimo with the police as well. This event is happening right in the middle of a shitstorm, basically, where the police have gone and threatened the 10 dispensaries that are in town. Is it only 10?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's, how many active do we have right now? I'm actually sitting with Amanda Orum, too, of one of the Nanaimo cannabis activists that we have in our community.
I think 10 got the letters, right?
10 got the letter officially. There are some that didn't get the letter because they were either out of city limits or just they were too new for the RCMP to even know about them, which really shows how much paperwork these guys have actually done to look into this.
And the letter that they dropped off was kind of like scratched, printed off.
I was there when actually the letter got dropped off to my boss. I took the picture of the letter and the picture of my boss talking to Constable Christensen, who was a very polite young gentleman. At the same time, there was no title head, there was no overhead. This was just one RCMP officer with a coffee break and a printer. That's as far as, and I talk about it to clients every day. They come in and they act scared, and it's wrong. This is bullying. This is intimidation. It's just fear intimidation.
And in the letter, they were demanding that the dispensaries close down or face enforcement, essentially.
Or face enforcement. How many days ago was that now? We're looking 7 days ago since the suspected raids that they said were going to happen.
That's right. Yeah, they gave you a time limit, and then after that...
Yeah, they gave us a time limit, and nothing. I haven't seen no clubs in town have seen any kind of police enforcement.
That was last Friday, I think. It was a week ago
Thursday.
Today or Thursday. Yeah.
Last Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. So wow, it's been a week already with and you haven't heard of anybody having any trouble with the cops since then, have you?
No, and I am in full interaction with almost every club owner in this town. They're all on my Facebook list.
Wow. Well, so I mean, I wonder, have you considered that the event itself might be the target of police enforcement?
Yeah, I was hearing about the BC Pain Society being raided over there. I heard something about it through the windwell.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if, Vancouver's got its own issues over here.
Well, Vancouver's its own municipality too, right? And the same thing as Victoria and Port Alberni. Port Alberni is just being legalized. I mean, on either side of us right now, they're being legitimized and legalized towards the economy. Victoria and in Port Alberni on either side of the island. And right now we're being targeted in the middle of the island for no apparent reason.
Right, that's the other interesting thing about Nanaimo. It's kind of, they call it the hub city because of its shape, but it's also kind of the hub of the island in a way where the ferry terminals are there. So a lot of
everything comes through here. Everything. All the weed that comes from either end of the islands come through here to go to Vancouver, to over to the other clubs. Almost all the clubs come over here to resource all their flowers.
Yeah, it's a busy spot. Now, you guys are still selling tickets for the event? Are they $25
yes, we are.
a ticket?
They're $25 admission. All the judges' passes are already been sold very, very quickly.
How many passes or packs did you give away?
I have 25 handed out altogether.
Wow, that's great, man.
Yeah, 10 edible entries right now. The flower competition's looking like 15 in between different subcategories. The shatter competition's huge. We're talking like 7 grams of shatter per judge. different variations, all from different artists. These are anywhere from Bearded Brothers to Everlasting Extracts, from Thompson Caribou to Chronics Lab, a bunch of different labs that haven't even heard of that just want to come out and put their face out in the community.
Is it all local crews, or is
all
this
local? Almost all the product that is being brought down to us, it's all locally resourced, except for one person who came over from the mainland to compete.
Wow. Well, that's great, man. So it's a real island competition.
This is a real island pride. This is what we're focusing on for this. This is our pride that we're going to continue on doing this no matter what, too, right? Even with the raids being suspected, we're still wanting to go forward with this.
Now, this is the first annual, so does that mean you're going to be trying to do it every year?
Every year.
Fantastic. And now, in terms of coverage of the event and things like that, do you guys have a website at all, or like a Facebook page?
We're going to be doing a live web feed off of it. I'll email you guys the attachment for everything.
That'd be great. Yeah, we'd love to put up on
Wilcox is coming over from the Cannabis Rights Coalition. Owen Smith is going to be talking. We have a lot of big names that are going to be coming out to the event to be speaking about the cannabis community and really about just having support there of all the different people with their licenses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these events are great because it's a real networking opportunity for everybody in our community. You know, we kind of have the cup as an excuse a lot of times, and it's just us getting together, shooting ideas, working on activism ideas and things like that. So they're beneficial in multiple ways.
It's the community, right? Like everyone who's down here is coming to this cup is we want to build this community and a better community so everyone can understand what we're doing for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, those people that have the sort of educational background like Owen Smith and others, it's great to have them there providing the political side of it as well.
And the education towards the people that aren't educated, the people that need to be educated.
Yeah, well, this is a great thing to see, my friend. I'm really pleased. I really wanted to be there. I tried to work it out. It just couldn't make it go with my schedule. But next year I'll be there for sure. And I'm just really excited about, what's happening in Nanaimo, the fact that there's so many dispensaries there. Like, you guys are starting to really get ahead when it comes to smaller towns. And I think that
for a small town, we're doing big things.
Right, and you guys have a great community there that's standing together because after this whole thing happened with the cops, all the dispensary
owners... It wasn't even 2 hours later before the activist community had come together, bounded together, and made a coalition to stand up against this.
That's right, which is now called the Nanaimo Cannabis Coalition. Yeah, and so we talked a little earlier about what's been happening. I talked with Rich a little bit, but he said on that front, since the meetings and stuff, there hasn't been any movement from the cops. You guys haven't heard of any sort of trouble.
Nothing besides Officer Christensen showing up with undercover RCMP officers at the town meeting to just show a little bit of intimidation.
Oh, at the town meeting, right? Yeah, because
hang on, actually. Amanda Orum, I'm going to pass her on to you so she can talk about the last town meeting if you like.
That'd be great. Ian, thank you so much for your info. Really appreciate it. The Mid-Island Cannabis Open this weekend. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll keep in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Hey.
Hi, Amanda. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Getting ready for the big event?
Yeah, I'm volunteering my time for the event too, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot planned.
Yeah. So you want to hear about what happened on Monday?
Please tell us about the town hall meeting.
Okay, so the town hall meeting was interesting because they had an e-town hall budget process, right? And in that link of this, you can post questions on Facebook and Twitter or call in or you could just show up, right? And so I posted on Facebook, I asked him, I said, what percentage of the police budget, because there's a sliding scale. If your property value is $330,000, your property tax is $2,000, and you would pay to the police out of that $2,000, $564 for the police. So it's 28% of your property taxes go to the police.
Oh my goodness.
So, right? So if we're paying them to be enforcement, right, I want to know what percentage of their police budget goes to prosecuting people with possession.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just spent on enforcing it, yeah.
Yeah, and if so, why? If it's exuberant amount of people, I understand. But if it's a small amount of people, I want to know. I want them to justify their budget. Right?
Absolutely.
So I asked that like 3 days before, and when we came into the city committee of the whole, they stalled our late delegation meeting. There was a person talking about corporate sponsorship, and they gave him 45 minutes to talk when he normally was supposed to get 10.
Whoa.
And then they dismissed it, and then they put this into the E-Town Hall budget meeting, and I walked outside into the lobby. They have this room where all the city managers and everybody sit just on the sideline just in case they need information. Well, every single high-level RCMP officer was there. Like, we're talking 5 or 6 officers in their whites and, like, and also Rob Christensen. It was quite interesting, their demeanor, the city council's demeanor, because last week they're like, yes, let's let them talk. I want to talk to them. And they actually gave us like a really long time to talk. This time around, they just took our information, no questions, and they just called it at the end, right? So it's really, really, really interesting to see when the RCMP are there, and the council is supposed to be the leaders, and they're being muzzled. Hey, just 1 second, I'm talking pot TV. And Mikey Mike. And yeah, you can smoke up here. I'm just in the outdoor covered vapor lounge at Nature Source Society.
Wow, great.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were quite shocked that the council didn't respond to us with the RCMP there, right? So we actually pulled Rob Christensen out of the meeting and had a really good talk with him. And he basically explained, listen, we've been investigating you guys since the first dispensary opened up. And that's because it's against the law. And we know you guys are doing good, so that's why we're investigating. Now there's 13 of you. So, there's a bunch of people that are rotten apples here, and we can't play favorites. So we have an issue here. And he basically said the reason why they haven't been doing enforcement is because they're very busy working on cases right now. And he says, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to follow through until we get direction from either the RCMP or the Attorney General or the Minister of Justice or the Public Safety Minister. Either one of those, if they give us direction to stop, then we'll stop. But as of right now, we have no direction. We've been told to continue on. So
Yeah, well, in a way, it's all true, and I agree. I think that police right now are being put in a very sticky situation, which does really seem unfair. It seems like the federal government really needs to move forward on this very quickly.
Nice.
And the longer they wait, the more we're just going to see this kind of craziness.
We need to
That was all live,
issue
yeah.
a desperate plea of help.
So
our
a little shout out
constituents
to
and the people that
little
show that off on the
sent
camera
letters
to
and
my
phone
buddies
calls
out in
because,
Mission.
Vernon's
They do all
now
kinds
being
of
threatened.
stickers, and I think
What's the
Corey
next
should
city?
talk about
When's
it.
the next raid going
Jen's
to
got some
happen?
stuff
When are
from
we
these
gonna
guys and stuff
continue
like
to
that.
allow
But
this? We have our parliament resuming
Jared,
next
my
week.
buddy,
We
had
gotta
this
do
as a sticker, and when I saw it,
And now I'm going to get it tattooed to my breast.
the first thing I did was, I have to get this sticker for you. So, dude, Merry Christmas.
Oh shit! Wait, did we cut it off at the end of the?
It's Christmas for Jeremiah.
Oh, we did. We did cut it off. I'm sorry. I thought we were. Whoops. I thought we were totally finished, but turns out we cut the end of it off.
You got the end? Did you jack
What?
everybody?
Sorry, I thought it was done with chatters. Did we? It looks like we did cut the end of it off just before.
I'm gonna steal
Aw,
some
that was bad.
You better go finish it for
Whoops.
them.
And they were both. It was both playing. I thought it was finished. Sorry, guys. Should we give him back the end of the interview here? Hold on a second. We probably should. Aw. There's the duck on right now. That duck is awesome. No, a Twinkie? Don't. No Twinkie. Okay, well, hold on a second. We're gonna give you guys.
The rest of the video.
Yeah, or you could have
Probably right
Zoolander too if you really want
right
here.
Right around the corner.
rest of the
Oh yeah,
interview
or Zoolander 2.
Oh, man, there's just like 3 minutes left.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stoner's here. Sorry, guys.
We thought it was over. Jeez.
Overzealous.
Hey.
It just looked like it was done. Okay, you're going. We're gonna give you the end of the interview, and then we'll come back. Sorry, we're very
And then
high,
we'll let you watch
obviously.
Zoolander.
And then Zoolander 2. Okay, here you go.
Because, Vernon's now being threatened. What's the next city? When's the next raid going to happen? And when are we going to continue to allow this? We have our parliament resuming next week. We got to do something about this, Jer.
Absolutely. Well, we really should. And if you're listening to this interview right now, please do everything you can to send the Liberal government a message. Maybe what I'll do is in the show notes, I'll put some links in where you can actually send the Liberal government a message about this issue. They do accept stuff from the public, and we can provide those links on Pot TV and Cannabis Culture. But yeah, there's movement here. Justin Trudeau, the new Prime Minister, has told his Justice Minister to start the legalization process. But as we see now, that might not be fast enough. If people are still being arrested and harassed by local police officers about these things, we really need some movement quickly.
Definitely.
Well, Amanda, amazing work over there. Always great to talk with you. I'm excited about what's happening in Nanaimo, and this weekend sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll give you a shout or a text over the weekend and see how things are going. I'd love to get some photos or video from you guys. I know there's a live feed, Ian was saying. Yep. So we'll try and coordinate that so people on Pot TV and Cannabis Culture can watch the weekend.
Oh, that's wicked. Thank you so much for keeping this cannabis culture going.
Well, you too, Amanda, and good luck with everything, and it was great talking with you. Thanks for being on Pot TV again.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll tell Ian that you say bye.
Thanks a lot, Amanda. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Good luck. So now we're back. Sorry, we jumped the gun earlier.
Are we back?
We're back now.
It's Trudeau.
Can I have a chewy?
So we were talking about Justin, and we were talking about a post that was on Facebook. You didn't believe me when I said Canadians were sick of Harper. It's Trudeau.
It's Trudeau.
So,
yuck.
Long story short, we got a sticker of it. Jared laughed
again.
like crazy.
Show it again.
And I had to bring it down to you, dude. That's it.
Yuck.
So, I'm sure you'll stick it somewhere. Might even end up in the new studio.
I might steal it and put it on my rolling tray.
Whoa.
Might steal it.
Yeah, Justin.
We roll joints on the same
I think
tray,
people
though, so it's okay.
Justin. Hopefully he actually does
Justin.
something good and isn't just a neoliberal pawn of the same corporate bullshit.
I want to put
Stephen
it
Harper was,
above my bed.
Which he probably will be.
That's where I want to put it.
But maybe he'll legalize marijuana, though. At least
Well,
that.
you know what? We're seeing stages of something happening with it, right? So.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. If he legalizes marijuana and does a good job of it, where people can grow at home and stuff,
I want to grow at
then
home.
I will be very happy with him no matter what. I still would be unhappy that he has neoliberal policies that favor rich corporate entities rather than people like us or any of your average Joes out there, or even middle class or upper classers instead of the ultra rich. But most of the same economic policies that Harper has will probably be part of
Grow
the
your
liberal
own.
liberal thing.
I just want to be able to grow my
Future.
own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
That would help.
chronic. I
I'm
can't
having
afford
a
to go
hat
to the
problem,
dispensaries
guys.
all the
Sorry.
time.
I'm having this hat hair problem today.
Hat hair?
Well, from grinding the concrete, it feels weird.
Well, so I think, what time is it here? Yeah, we're 5:30 already. Wow. Now, we did have a few more videos and stuff about the whole Ontario thing, but I think you guys get the picture about what's going on there. You can find more of them at pot.tv. When our site is up and running properly.
Well, we got to talk more about this fundraising event that's coming up here that we were talking about earlier.
Oh,
because
yeah,
now we
that's
got
right.
Corey in the house.
Corey's got to come over here and tell her.
Yeah,
Corey's
see,
in the house
we got
now.
the point, and there's
She's here, so she's got to come up with something now.
Oh, my dad.
Oh, she keeps knocking her Gatorade on the ground. I saw her do that 3 times already.
Can I get in the office
I
upstairs?
love these chewies. Well,
Can I get in the office upstairs?
yeah, of course you can.
Is it open?
No, you got to get a key.
Can I get the key?
You can.
I have a live.
Johnny's running. You got a parking issue, Johnny?
No, I have a drink upstairs in your office, and that was some kind of like weird drink that I have to
joint?
look at.
All right, Johnny B, thanks for coming on the show today, buddy. That was good.
Everything. I'm back in a minute.
Okay, well, the show will be over in a minute, so.
No, it won't be.
Well, after, when Corey's done, but
That's
anyways. Okay, well, whatever.
Fine.
Then never mind. Then not goodbye. I take it back.
See you later.
It wasn't good having you on the show today, then. It was terrible.
Until we meet again.
Yeah. And I'm
Parting
drinking.
is such sweet soil.
Have you guys ever had these bottles of? It's the square silver one. One of them. One of the square silver ones. You'll try them.
Hello. How are you, Corey? That's good.
These are in bottles, and it's Orange Crush. It's the Mexican one. They are so good. They have real cane sugar in them instead of high fructose corn syrup. We sell them at the lounge here at 307 West Hastings, the Cannabis Culture Lounge. Yum. Sorry, but that's delicious. Oh, hi, Corey. You have to grab a microphone. Yeah, that's important. So that the people at home can hear you as well. Our home audience.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2. There's Corey. Hi, say hi.
I like your pendant.
And you can try and come
thank
in.
you. I feel like I might have complimented
If you
it
can come
before,
in a
but it's
little bit
dope.
further, the better. Just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, bring that a little closer to you if you can. I don't know if that's possible.
Key grip. Where's the key grip?
Yeah, just try and bring it forward a bit. You can even bring it around the front a bit. You can even bring that around a little bit if you
I'm
need
afraid
to.
it'll like
You're
tip
good.
over.
You're good. You're good.
I'm good. Am I in the shot there?
Hi, Corey. You're in the shot now. So tell us about what's going on.
Well,
you have Crop King in your hands. What's going on?
I do,
with
and
Crop
I've got
King
like
stuff?
a little personal note here from Kyle.
Hi,
It's really
Corey.
sweet, and I posted it on Instagram just now
Aw.
as a little thank you because he's supporting the event that's happening. It's here on Monday night, the 30th, starting at dab time, 7:10.
He gave you a bag of treats.
Yes, he did, and so I've got the stuff to show, of course.
Cool.
And the thing is, Jen Bennet has been targeted for her activism, and she has done a lot of good in the cannabis community, especially for medical patients. And
Who's targeting her? WCB or something?
yeah, WorkSafe. She was injured on the job, and they claim that the effort she's been giving and doing for the coalition constitutes a job she could be doing. And unless you're the elite of social media, I don't know a job you can just go post on Facebook all day for a living.
Yeah.
And that constitutes, the most of what she's done for them, but she's done it effectively.
They're weasels. They try and get out of everything.
So they want to take back her
John's got
benefits.
something to say here. John
So
B.
very interesting to find out. I have to find some more details and have a chat with Jen about this. But I mean, I went at the same thing with what I did with what I was in, and I volunteered, and that was the whole thing that I started. Where I got into my whole thing with WorkSafe BC and stuff like that. So I created myself a job, and I was able to go back to work part time.
I looked you up. I read.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
All right, so I mean, we could take a better look at then how we can help Jen and what they're saying. So I mean, yeah, Jen
Don't you
is
have
capable
folks,
of.
Can you talk to people over there?
No, it's
Get
where she
peeps?
sits in an industry, and cannabis gives her that next drive. It's what it does for me. It's a quality of life I get from using the medication and what gives me into my community, and that's why I'm here every day talking with you guys. So
Yeah.
now
Well,
we
it's
take a
weird
better
they're going
look.
after her, though. I don't know.
Pardon me?
It's weird they're going after her, Like,
Well, what they're saying is now you're capable of working.
Yeah.
And they're going to say you can capable of work full time.
Yeah,
and
but
they're going to be like, you know what? No,
That's
I
some
do this
weaselly
part time,
Yes.
twice a week, 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
So now it's
Well, she
finding a
should-
job,
she
and
should
and,
appeal
and
it,
it's,
don't you
I've
think?
been on the appeals, 21 appeals.
Yeah, she should
Well, we
appeal
have
it.
a law firm, and we're just getting the retainer for her. And they're
Yeah.
very optimistic because they've actually made some errors, as far as I know, but I don't.
Yeah,
know.
there's
Good.
only
Can't
two
speak to any
law firms.
details.
Fuck 'em. Yeah.
Cool. So I definitely want to. I'll be chatting with Jen. Like,
Yeah, oh,
when I-
you definitely. It's juicy.
probably when
Calm
I get
down,
out
Johnny.
of here, I'll be
Call up
calling.
your folks over there and be like, yo,
I
get up, Rex.
lost touch of what was going on with her, and I really apologize because that's
Well,
something that I'm deeply passionate about, and that's what I fight for.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I know
something
you
I do know
care.
how we can work on that,
That
and there
shit's
are different laws, but I mean at the same time, it's a policy, and they have
Matches the duck.
little stupid little books they follow. They're their own entity.
Well, they want to make their own agenda and their own quota.
No,
and they don't want to pay out.
But
They can't.
anyways, I mean, we're getting off the topic here.
Yeah, we're not going to get into what I fight for so much.
Oh, no. But yeah, the
fundraiser.
The fundraiser.
So the
is to
fundraiser.
get a retainer. Monday the 30th, starting at dab time, 7:10. And Mark and Jody were kind enough to donate their space here for us to have the event. So we really, really appreciate that amazing lending of the space for the event. And then we've had a group of wonderful people come on board. We've got Crop King Seeds, obviously, the Bong Shop, Canamed. There's a lady online who's been sending, she's been doing a customer appreciation sale, and she's sending like a couple $100 worth of jewelry making supplies for us to raffle off. We'll have a lot of goods here. We may have dabs, we may have who knows what. So you want to show up for the raffle and for the prizes. $10 suggested donation at the door, but we won't turn anybody away who can't afford it.
Well, that's good. There you go.
So yeah, that's an important event, and we've been blasting social media with the graphics for it and with the information as much as we can. So yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you for coming and telling us about it.
Well, I'm glad Neil came.
And there's a Facebook page for it.
Yes, absolutely. We made a public event from the private event, and made a couple of copies. Huh?
Facebook?
We made a copy of it and made a public copy, and then there's a group as well. So if you just search for One Love Legal Challenge Fundraiser, as soon as you type in One Love, you should start to see
You'll be able to
something
get it, yeah.
about it.
Cool. Well, thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. And what do you got in your hand there that looks so shiny to me?
Oh, this is my water-filled pipe. I think it's lit glass.
What? Let's see.
I got that at the Bong Shop.
That's really cool. Here,
I had one
you
last
hold
year.
it.
You
show
remember?
it off. I'm gonna put the cam on it. We're getting the pipe cam now.
You want to see that side?
It's full of water and it just looks cool. You were holding it, and it's swishing around. So it's so cool. There's like bubbles in it though.
Glitter.
It's water cooled, and it made me really spoiled because it never gets hot. And when you smoke all night, oh my God, I forgot my hair's still up. That's horrible.
That's cool. And what's on the end of it? Oh, it's got a cool,
That's
like,
the
awesome
card.
little marbles and stuff.
Yeah, see the glitter? Too bad it doesn't have a naked lady in there or something, you know?
Oh,
She's
it's really
dressed.
cool though. It's so glittery and shiny. When you were holding it, I was like, whoa, it's crazy. It looks so cool.
It stupefies me.
It's so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very very
it's
stonerific
trippy.
because you just look at it all day long. It never gets boring.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, I got that from Joel over at the Bong Shop on Kingsway by Boundary.
Which one?
They've got one here on Canby.
What's the name of the place?
The Bong Shop.
The Bong
It's-
Shop.
It's with an A. The.
Here in I didn't even know where.
Oh yeah, it's over by Boundary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We actually have some pretty
Really good
dope
people.
glitter bongs
The
at
name is
Cannabis Culture right now.
Do we?
Yeah, some like bongs that have that kind of glitter going on in the middle and in the
Do,
bowls.
do they have like the bong stem?
I'm not sure.
We
if
had
bong
bowls
stem
like
glitters,
this.
but it's
Or
like
the
the
bowl?
bowl and then part of the grip
Oh,
of the
man,
bong.
that
So
was
as you
nice.
pass
Oh,
it, it would move.
nice.
Yeah. And then there's similar ones, but it's like a glow-in-the-dark liquid instead. It's
Nice,
pretty sweet.
nice.
Wow, that shit is so cool.
Oh yeah, that's like
I love
stupefying.
anything glittery.
I got my first one at Portland Hempstock.
That's cool. Portland Hempstock.
Portland
yeah.
Hempstock, but that was a dream pipe. This one's lit glass.
Well, that's very cool. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, and one other thing, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to being here for the Heady Glass Symposium in January.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
Kiwi.
for reminding us
Kiwi,
about
Kiwi,
Kiwi's
Kiwi.
amazing
Thank
event that
you.
he's putting together with Cannabis Culture.
So
the
dope.
Ultra Heady Glass Symposium.
Speaking of which, I need to invite him to come on Monday.
Yeah, this is going to be dope. You can find out more about that online as we get closer. There'll be a lot of information. It'll be
Yeah.
all over the place. Don't worry, we're going to blast the shit out of it. It's going to be a big deal. So Kiwi knows how to roll, and he's like
Kiwi's
put
so
together a lot of
cool.
stuff, and it's going to be really fucking dope. It's going to be a fun event.
Well, and by the way,
Kiwi
speaking
knows
of
how to do
social
shit.
media, going back to that real quick, I didn't invite all my friends to the event, and so it won't allow me to do anymore. So please invite your friends if you're on there. If you're on social media, you go to the event for the thing that's happening Monday here, the One Love Legal Challenge Fundraiser. Please invite your friends. And then when you find information
down
about
here,
the
Cannabis
Kiwi,
Culture.
the symposium in January, invite your friends to that too.
There you go. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank you, Carly Marley. And thank you, Johnny B. And thank you, Pod TV, for watching. And we'll be back again next Friday, as we always are. Well, maybe we'll be back in our studio, in our studio next Friday. We were just in there touring around. And
so cool.
Yeah,
studio?
it's really dope.
So
it's
cool.
looking dope over there.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you know,
got-
we never did show this.
It looks cool because of all the windows now. So we have glass.
Did you do it up close to the things Crop King sees? Because he gave me a Medtainer.
Oh, sure. Give off
and
some
seeds.
Crop King logos. Crop King paid for the studio, so show it off. As well as
Yeah,
Medtainer,
Crop King.
as well as Sublimator, as well as the Karma Cup, and as well as, who am I forgetting?
You got the
Oh,
seeds, you
shit.
got the Medtainer.
Somebody.
As well as the
Got the
hard work of
glass.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, but who am I forgetting? Oh, Three Happy Cats.
The little can.
Don't forget
Yes.
Three Happy Cats. Yeah. Okay, show that off. The Crop King cam. Oh, what? You got a Crop King Medtainer.
Yeah.
And you got Crop King buttons. Oh, no, that's the seeds, but they come with like a Crop King button on them.
That's how they close them, so they
Wow.
make sure they don't pop
And
open.
Crop King
He gave me a whole bunch of stuff.
stash case. There you go.
You got the lighter. You got the lighter there.
Crop King lighter, too.
This is just
Wow,
a
all
sampling
his
of what he gave me.
merchandise.
There's more than this.
He gave you a nice little gift.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, it's just fabulous.
that-
Thank you
that's
so
very
much,
cool.
Kyle. Wonderful
that's very
support. So we're going to have a great raffle. Great prize. Maybe door prizes. Who knows? So come on down Monday.
There you go. Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah. Thanks for showing that off.
I was going to give him a kiss.
Oh,
okay.
sorry. You want to do it? You want to give
No,
it a
it's
kiss?
okay. It's
Oh, you guys missed out. You can give the camera a kiss. There you go. Beautiful.
Love you.
Okay. Well, there you go, Pod TV. That was the whole deal. So thanks for watching. We'll be back next Friday with more Cannabis Culture News Live.
But make
And,
sure you take advantage of this sale that's on today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Black
Cannabis
High Day
Culture,
on
HQ.com,
right now.
yeah. Black High
Go to
Day.
cannabisculturehq.com. You're gonna get a bunch of the like crazy Medtainer
Medtainers,
lighters and
silicone
all kinds of stuff for
containers,
free. Just go look at
ashtray,
it. It's all
coffee
there.
mugs.
Cannabisculturehq.com.
If you can afford a gram of weed, you can afford the shirts that are sitting outside right now.
Right now, the deal is if you spend $50, you get Cannabis Culture Medtainer, silicone containers, rollies,
All kinds of stuff for
coffee
free.
mug.
Yeah, you get the full.
You got the $5 shirt still downstairs.
I know. The Medtainer's worth $50. It's a steal of a deal. Mark is kind of crazy about it. He's giving away a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Why is he doing it? I don't know why he's doing it. Just because he's crazy. Johnny says the Medtainers are $15 alone. So
Oh yeah, if
Mark's
you
giving
spend
away a lot of
$100,
shit.
you're getting over $40 worth of stuff for free.
Yeah.
And it's stuff
At
that you can
least.
only get exclusively through Cannabis Culture, so it's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
It's all of our gear, but it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it
it's
gets you pretty much
stocking
everything you need. It
stuffers.
gets you set. It
Stocking
gets you nice
stuffers.
and set.
Everything you
with
need
the
but the
wake and
weed.
bake too, 'cause you got the mug and
CannabisCultureHQ.com.
everything.
Go there.
Can I just say I'm addicted to
Support
Medtainers?
us. What's that? Yeah.
I have a confession. I'm addicted to Medtainers.
Medtainers are the.
I do love my Medtainer.
Actually, I'm buying one for my
I have
friend
a
for
whole bunch.
Christmas.
I have
Hope
hundreds.
he's not watching. But
They're coming under. You're doing what?
I'm
Your
gonna
friend?
buy one for my friend for Christmas.
XL.
Yeah.
I haven't
Good.
seen the XL
You
yet.
should.
Only on TV.
I want the XL.
Ooh,
I want
an
a big
XL.
one. I need a big one.
All
I
the-
need a big.
Yeah.
I want
Say
a
that
bigger
again,
one.
Jay.
I want the
Bigger?
biggest.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
the metal one?
I want a
I think there might be
giant
a metal
Medtainer. Yeah, I want my Twinkie too. All right, Pod TV. Peace. We'll
Love
see you next
you.
Friday. Bye, guys.